minute. Let's just make sure everything work right. Least we can do. The very least we can do here. Got some stuff to go over. Oh man, everybody's up in a frenzy today. This is ridiculous, man. I just upset. Okay, okay. I'm just seeing if I'm on Facebook. Is that right? I'm on Facebook too. I am. I am. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. I am. I am. Mic check. No. No sound effects. What? No sound effects. Hold on. It's no good. Hold on. How I fix that now? Put input. Multi-channel. Yo, yo, yo. Let me see if it's working. I gotta get my sound effects going. Hold on. No. I gotta get my sound. This is crazy. All right, how do I do this? How do I do this? Multi-channel. Okay, let me bring up Stream Deck. Maybe I gotta reroute the Stream Deck to go out. Let me see here. Accounts general. Profile plugins style. Okay, hold on. Let me just Google this. How to use Stream Deck with Stream Labs. Yeah. But if the output don't make no sense, man. We about to get started here in a second, man. Give me a minute. Damn, I really want my oh. Oh, what I have to use okay, maybe the focus right. Let me see this. Hold on 1 second. This might be it. Hey, man. Um, I would like to talk to some people about ice, man. See if they wanna I need some understanding, I'm not that to up on ice. I don't know what's going on with ice. Okay. All right. Maybe I know what I need to do. All right. Sound output. Roadcaster Pro. Okay. Roadcaster Pro. Hold on. Input. No, that should even be Roadcaster. Yeah, yo. I think that was it. That's it. I know I'm a genius. But I still want my oh, now the only thing is, dang, hold on. Okay. Hold on. We gotta try something else out now. I'm gonna have to swap.
A lot of us want to be like hard. We want to be tough. We got to always come out on the winning end, bro. But listen, though, it don't make you soft to walk away from situations, bro. When you got so much to lose, bro. Son, when I was young, bro, I was him, dog.
Okay.
I always
Here we go. Here we go.
had to be the one to do it, dog. I couldn't let nothing slide. Pride issues, worrying about what people think about me, bro.
Figuring this
And
out.
it always put me in a bad situation, bro. I was always in juvenile programs, detention centers. Went to prison when I was 15, bro. Because I couldn't get it together, dog. I had anger issues, bro. But Lord, if I can do it all over again, bro, I pray over that, bro. That's a wicked, demolished spirit, dog.
And that's the thing. I can't talk over. Hold on. Echo cancellation. Dang. But if I move the mic, that just confused the hell out of me. If I move the input over, that just pissed me off. Okay, because this is really confusing. Really confusing. Okay. Audio output. audio output.
Oh, angle, bro.
Okay, and that's still coming through. Hold on. All right, so I'm just gonna have to stop and talk. I have to stop and talk. I'm gonna have to do it that way. I'm gonna have to play
It puts you in bad situations,
video
dog.
run.
I don't know who need to hear this. If you can walk away from situations, bro, walk away from them, dog. Let them talk, bro. Walk away, dog. It's not worth it, bro. When you get in situations,
Then I'm gonna have to talk and do that. All right, hold on.
you can walk away from situations. Let them talk. When you get in situations,
Then I'm gonna have to talk. I'm almost to the point like forget the sound effects, man, because it just it don't sound the same. Yeah, and I don't want to use it. Don't keep the original setup. Forget the effects. Forget about it. Don't even want them. We be all right without them. Go. Yep. Go back to that output. Back to the focus right. Boom.
situations and you go to jail, it's like a lot of situations, bro, you probably can beat. But humanity, dog, insanity, dog, it don't make you stay in those situations. You take pleas. You want to come home. You want to be with your girl. You want to be with your family, bro. You young. Nobody want to sit in jail, bro.
That's the realest thing
Yo,
that
yo,
I done
yo.
seen somebody say in a long
Yo,
time,
yo,
and it's
yo.
almost like we actually missing
Yo, yo, yo,
real
yo, yo.
people, real messages, and real OGs having conversations because we have so many different bad examples of people that can't control their emotions, that give you bad advice and is telling you to crash out. I'm not gonna let it slide. I gotta get one up on you. I gotta take it to hell. I gotta do all of that type of stuff. And what they don't understand is that the real ones actually protected the people that they knew had potential back in the day because that's what they wanted to be like, but they never knew that they could be like that because their situation was so bad.
Yeah. All right. Look like we rolling. We rolling. We good. We good. We rolling. All right. Hold on. Okay. 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 So we got some stuff to talk about, man. Yeah. Echo cancellation. I don't even know what that means. What is this? Enable this if you're using stereo audio input. I'm not. Echo cancellation. Auto adjust mic volume. I don't even think I like that. Do not turn this off unless you have professional equipment. Podcast music. When turned on, this enables. Oh, well, I got podcast equipment. Yo. What? Oh my gosh. See. All right, we starting at 11 regardless. We starting at 11 regardless. Hold on. Yo. Can I talk over this thing or not?
And
Let's get
so
this
it was
thing
a
going.
mixture of different types of people that was in the hood. It was
It's
the
a
people that
mean
had
delay over
potential,
here on
but they didn't necessarily have the resources. And then it was
Facebook,
the people in
man.
the streets
Let me
that
go
wish they
to
didn't have to be there. And
Twitch.
everybody really wanted to get
We
out.
live at Twitch. I need to
Very
follow the
rarely
Twitch
did you
too. Ronnie
see
Bitty
somebody
Jr.
that
Get over there,
loved
man.
being in the
You know, we
hood.
still
And the
doing
only
Ruffled Feathers,
time
but
that we
everything
seen
gotta
that
be,
glorified
Ronnie Bitty
was
Jr.
in the
from now
music
on.
when somebody was
You know what
trying
I
to
mean?
sell you a product.
Gotta be,
The
gotta
hood
be,
was
gotta
never
be.
the
Who we
thing
got?
that
We
people
got
wanted
somebody
it to
over here?
be. It was turned into that and destroyed. As a matter of fact, a lot of places that was
Yo,
the
yo, yo,
hood
yo,
that
yo, yo,
became the
yo, yo,
hood
yo, 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 yo,
wasn't
yo.
originally that. It
Hey,
was actually people that had
hey,
respectable
hey.
mindsets, and they was trying to build their family, and they moved into those places, and they was neighborhoods, and then you had the drugs and the guns and all of that stuff was ran into it, and the community was run down, and we were
Okay, sound effects don't
reprogrammed to
work yet.
think that the places that we lived at was no good anymore, and so it became violent, and people start going against each other, and it was this animalistic behavior, and nobody was ever taught self-control because our households was destroyed and broke up, and people actually turned against one another. And so now you see
Hold on.
people that glorify the trash, and they watching you crash out in real time, but ain't nobody gonna put no money on your books, and you know what's gonna happen. Your girl gonna move on without you, and your kids is not gonna know you, and they gonna follow in the same footsteps as this generational curse that we see. And so when this guy comes on here and he says his message,
it's so easy to become a podcaster with Riverside. First, go to Riverside and open an account. When you're ready to record, just hit rec to capture high-quality audio and video.
Mic check.
I actually agree with him because the message is pure, the message is passionate, the message is real. And he's telling you from the perspective of a person that have a lived experience. And it's hard for young people whose minds are so easily manipulated to take this type of message in because they so focused on whether or not they feel some type of way instead of taking a long-term approach of what the situation could be. Because when you don't let nobody get one up on you, right, and you got to get physical about it, or you got to do something physical about it as far as crashing out or shooting somebody or doing something like that, you get your freedom taken away from you, and you really ain't gonna be a man after that. And so I absolutely understand what he's saying, and this is the thing that I think that from multiple different types of messengers that we need to be having a conversation about, because there are no more real OGs. All of the OGs is weak and they crashing out now.
But they give you pleas, and you take them. You take them. You take them. And they knowing in their mind that you're not ready to change. They knowing that you gonna come back, bro. That be the plan. And you get out and you come back. You add points to your life, bro. So when you get older,
waste of life.
Yeah.
Yo.
All the decisions that you make, all the bad choices that you make when you young, it affects you, bro. Now we talking about.
I think I figured this thing out. Okay, so I got to turn off. That's why
you got all these points
turn
now.
off echo
They done
cancellation
to become felonies, bro.
and then mute that.
Yeah. I don't know who need to hear this. They offer me 5 years today. They offer me 5 years, bro. And it hurt me. Bro. I hate it for my kids, bro. It's like I've been in prison my whole life, dog, in and out. Never was there for my kids. This been the longest I've been on the streets. This been the most I done accumulated my whole life.
I got it all figured out.
Since I've been home, bro. Include my platform. I don't know
Volume,
who need to hear this, bro.
Okay.
And just
professional podcast equipment.
Knowing that
clutch. Let's go. We got our sound
I'm gonna be
effects
going back in. You feel me? Because
all right. Multi-cam, all right, we can turn off Anton Daniels for right now. Yeah. Come on, man. Welcome. Who we gonna start with today, man? Because I woke up today, man, and I told. Hold on, let me go ahead and get that pulled up so I can show y'all that too. Kanye meeting with this Jewish dude or whatever. Oh, hold on, I need to add that. Dang, where are my ruffled feathers? Clips. Is that it? Do I put it on clips? All right. My ruffled feathers intro at. Hold on. I'ma need that. Hold on 1 second. Downloads. Where you at? So I can't let the ruffled feathers go. You know what I mean? Ruffled Feathers TV. If you Google Ruffled Feathers TV, I'm popping up. You go to YouTube, you type in Ruffled Feathers and TV, it's like the third one down. I can't get that up, man. Just under Ronald Beatty now. Okay, I think that's it. Nope. 6 seconds. All right, that might be the newest one. Let me see. Yeah, that's it. That's the one, guys. All right, we gotta get in this. Hold on, we got a chat. Word? Oh no, that's just stream elements. Okay, all except a Facebook profile. That's crazy. Why can't we see Facebook comment on this? But yeah, we got to get into it. Let me see. Kanye Jewish apology. Yeah, is on. Yeah. We got to look at this one too, man. So I'll bring that one up.
I feel really blessed to be able to sit here.
They done got my dog Kanye, man. They done got Ye. I don't know how. I don't know when, but they got that boy Ye. So yeah, real quick though, let's get into it, man. All right, so a little marker. Here we go. All right, so they got my boy Ye, man. Now we're gonna read this apology. I don't know how it got to this point. I woke up today. You know, we know Ye as, you know, the rebel who is enlightening all of us of the powers that be, that is have they hold on us, that got they putting the batteries and all these people back and telling them what to do and how they got to act. You know, he had a big problem with the Jewish community after he said he was gonna go DEFCON 3 on them. But look at this. Let's read this apology. It came on this note, but I got it over here in the green too. But as I read this, just Ye issues an apology for his anti-Semitic comments. Now, I regret and I am deeply mortified by my actions in that state, and am committed to accountability, treatment, and meaningful change. It does not excuse what I did, though. I am not a Nazi or anti-Semite. I love Jewish people. To the black community, which held me down through all the highs and the lows and the darkest of the times, the black community is unquestionably the foundation of who I am. I am so sorry to have let you down. I love us. In early 2025, I fell into a 4-month-long manic episode of psychotic, paranoid, and impulsive behavior that destroyed my life. As the situation became increasingly unsustainable, there were times when I didn't want to be here anymore. Having bipolar disorder is notably a state of constant mental illness. When you go into a manic episode, you are ill at that point. When you were not in the episode, you are completely normal, and that's when the wreckage from the illness hits the hardest, hitting rock bottom from a few months ago. My wife encouraged me to finally get help. I have found comfort in Reddit forums of all places. Different people speak, being in the manic and depressive episodes of similar nature. I read their stories and realize that I was not alone. It's not just me who ruins their entire life once a year, despite taking meds every day and being told by the so-called best doctors in the world that I am not bipolar, but merely experiencing symptoms of autism. My words as a leader in my community have global impact and influence. In my mania, I lost complete sight of that. As I find the new baseline and the new center through an effective regime, medication, therapy, exercise, and clean living, I have newfound much needed clarity. I am pouring my energy into positive, meaningful art, music, clothing design, and other new ideas to help spread the word. I am not asking for sympathy or a free pass, though I aspire to earn your forgiveness. As I write today, to simply ask for your patience and understanding as I find my way home. With love, Ye. Okay. That was a lot, Ye. That was a whole lot, Ye. And I wanted, what did he say right here? He said, I read their stories and realize I was not alone. Now, was that it? Because it tells me, if you're bipolar and you're having these episodes, how do you know when you are being, the person you're supposed to be versus the person you're, who you think you are not supposed to be? It's kind of crazy, the people telling you like, hey, you need this medicine to get right, but every time he's went out and lashed out, he necessarily hasn't been wrong. So that's what kind of got me tripping out right now, because Ye absolutely is he's a genius when it comes to the music. He's a genius when it comes to his art, his clothing and all that stuff. And he did it all while with they quote unquote bipolar or autism, whatever they give it to him. So I'm just like, what's really happening here now? I personally think it's the money. I think they really got to him, and we know who they are, and we know who they talking about. Because I mean, look at this, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Let me share this tab with you.
I feel really blessed to be able to sit here with you today and just take accountability. I was dealing with some various issues, dealing with bipolar also. So it would take the ideas I had and have me take them to an extreme where I would forget about the protection of the people around me and myself. So I wanted to come and take accountability. Sometimes people aren't that knowledgeable about the bipolar and the cause or what causes it and the way you act when you have this disease. So it's like if you left the house and you left your kid at the house and your kid went and messed up the kitchen and messed up the garage and messed up the living room. And when you get back, it's your responsibility because that's your job. And that's the way I look at it. It's like I gotta go clean up the kitchen, I gotta clean up the living room, I gotta clean up the garage. Yeah, and it's a big deal for me as a man to come and take accountability for all the things that I've said. And I really just appreciate you embracing me with open arms and allowing me.
Now, part of me, I get it. Kanye, he has blamed the Jays for a lot of his troubles and all that stuff, but they got to take some accountability in what they was doing to him when he was with Kim Kardashian and threatening his kids, threatening to put him back on meds to turn him into a vegetable. What is it, Harley Pasternak or something crazy like that? Like, I personally, we'll finish this.
We need to make amends, and this is the beginning and the first steps and the first brick by brick to build back the strong walls.
The Judaism. The Judaism brought to the world a way for someone when he regret about something that he has done wrong. And the Jews live on this way of if someone did something wrong, he can regret and fix it. And the rabbis are hugging you and hugging everybody. And God willing. And from now on, strong things and good things and only good.
Now this got me bent because this ain't the Ye I know, and maybe that's a good thing, maybe that's a bad thing, but this right here, this is different. This is new. I wasn't ready for this, Ye. I'm gonna tell you, I wasn't ready to see you like this. But here's the thing: if it's all in him getting better, man, and him getting his life back, if this is really about mental illness and not just control, I'm happy for you. But let's go ahead and get off of that because I'll tell you what I really think is happening. Right? Hold on. Really think is happening is he getting squeezed. Like he getting squeezed right now. And I can see it. I feel like I can feel it, man. Like, come on, man. Yay, Taylor Swift, yay. George Bush don't care about black people, yay. F Nike, yay. F Adidas, yay. You see what I'm saying? Vultures, yay. Donda, yay. Now they got him in there looking like come on, look at this, man. How they got my dog right now. That's how they got my dog. And maybe we can agree sometimes. I've seen the documentary. Something be wrong with him. He can lose it. He can go. He can spaz out of control. But I don't think everything he does is completely wrong. If he can have these episodes and then he's just saying the truth and what he sees and how, like, that's just what it is, and a lot of the time he's not wrong, even though they hate him because he be right. And he just be so free. He's like, yo, I got to tell the truth no matter how much money it takes to burn. And I think personally, who I think is who's really causing all this? Hold on. Y'all know who I'm talking about right here. Hold on. Y'all about to see who I'm talking about. This is the problem. This who they got a problem with right here. Hold on. That's who they got a problem with. I'm telling you. They don't like what's happening with this one right here, and they doing anything they can, man. Yeah, they do anything they can. This one right here is she used Kanye's song for every episode to start it off with, and Kanye was a big influence as to why she does what she does. You know what I mean? And just to be free and speak freely and all that. And I think this just started a big movement, man, because if you look at Turning Point USA and all that stuff now, man, it's looking really bad. And it is led by Candace Owens because she is a truth teller. She does not follow the rules. She is fearless. She is and she's right on the head with everything she says, everything she does. Candace Owens, man. A lot of people don't like her. I personally love her. Just like I love Kanye. Why? Because they are truth tellers. They ruffle feathers, and this is ruffle feathers. This is what you're supposed to do, man. You're not supposed to, just for the sake of not making you're not supposed to not tell the truth for the sake of other people's feelings. I'd rather tell you the truth and you just be mad at me. Prove me wrong. Don't call me names. I'm big on that. Don't call me names. Prove me wrong. If you can prove me wrong, prove me wrong. Kanye West, man, it's hard to prove him wrong. Candace Owens, it's hard to prove her wrong. And you seen and let me show you another tweet that I seen, right? Let me show you another little tweet I seen that can even drive this narrative through a little bit more, right? Yeah, drive this narrative through a little more. Let's go to Andrew Tate page, and I'm gonna tell y'all what he said. Andrew Tate, right? That's what I said. How many days ago was that? This man's post too damn much. Where is it at? I'm looking for it here. Y'all can look with me. Hold on. Y'all can look with me. Cause it was something about Kanye West. He said, why you think Kanye West stopped? He said, the pressure is too intense. Why do you think Kanye West stopped? That's exactly what he said. If I can find it. Yeah, because he was right there. So it's right here. Hold on. Unless the man deleted it. Yeah, it's right here. It was right here, I'm telling you. Yeah, this tweet right here, right? There is a reason Ye stopped. You don't understand. Nobody has correctly identified what happens if you tell the truth. There's a lot before death. See what I'm saying? Look at Dan Bilzerian. He's saying, Ye, stay the course. They can't kill everyone. You see what I'm saying? Like, I am under incredible pressure to compromise. You can see, like, right now, they are stepping everything up across the board. They are stepping up the pressure. They got bots. They put money behind anybody who is willing for their cause. Like, listen to me. They're really showing how much power they got right now. They like, listen, killing you is too easy. We gonna do everything else we can to make sure everybody around you's hurting to where they are like, please stop. I know you want to tell the truth, but don't. Like, listen, you should be able to say what you want to say about anybody in America. You got liberals over here marching in the street for people who are illegally here. You know what I mean? Dying over it. Like, I'm just trying to wrap my head around that too, but that's for later on in the show. But yeah, y'all got to let me know what y'all think about this Kanye West situation. Cause I'm thinking like, yo, this is actual proof that like, something that is beyond, that is serious now. When Kanye West is getting squeezed and he's like, yo, he's at the rabbi apologizing, giving hugs, holding hands. Then he's posting statements and all that. And I think a lot of that did come from too, because he made that song. That song. So that song got played in Miami by Andrew Tate, Sneeko, Myron, Nick Fuente, all of them, right? And the Miami mayor comes out and gets so mad about it, dog, and tells them like they banned from all the stuff in Atlanta. They just told Clavicular that he got to come kiss the wall in order to get unbanned and all that stuff. Like, listen, Kanye West is he literally was like a trailblazer to really get people start talking out and saying what they want. So I think he's like, okay, I got to stop now because it's going to get real worse for me. Even though he's not doing nothing, I heard he was mad that they played that song. So, hey, Kanye West, man, we love you. We hope you get better, man. But, we want the old Kanye back. We miss the old Kanye. The always, ooh, Kanye. Ooh, Kanye. Come on, man. But yeah, Ruffled Feathers TV, let me know what y'all think about that. All right, let's get into something else now. Who else we gotta? Oh yeah. I know who we gotta talk about. We got to see what's popping over here with y'all know who.
Nigga, don't tell your mans.
Yeah. I don't know what's happening with Akademiks right now, but we about to see. Hold on. Let me see, Akademiks. Akademiks, little baby. Let's see what's going on here, man. The Lil Baby and Tyler backdoor. Yeah, it seemed like Akademiks, Tyler. Let me see.
I'm telling you, you're gonna either be pussy or you're gonna stand stupid asses based on
All right, let's get into it. Okay, we got DJ Akademiks on another crash out episode, man, which he crashes out a lot, and not physically, like, you know, to where it damages his reputation. But he crash out on rappers, man. He gets mad at them. And today he said he was backdoored by Tyler, and one of Lil Baby's blunt rollers or something tried to slap him or something. We got to figure out what's happening over here with DJ Akademiks, man. Let's go ahead and bring it up right now, man. Who is this? This is by Never Gave Up. Thank you for the video. Let's see what's popping with this. Better yet, we're gonna start over here. Let's start over here on this one. This is what I seen, right?
you squashing it with me. Don't get on the phone, Rod Wave. I'll squabble up with you, nigga, anywhere, anytime. You ducked it, and then you had your pussy ass assistant. Nigga, I'll squabble with you anytime. Nigga, you scrawny as fuck, nigga. You a drug addict, nigga. Stupid as fuck. What up? I've been on that, nigga. You DM me. You DM me where you at. I DM you where I'm gonna be at. You never showed me yourself trolling. Nigga, I will wash you anywhere, nigga. Facts. But we squashed it because Rod Wave is a mutual of ours. But don't fake squash it and say your pussy ass drawers holder to ever do nothing. So, nigga, when I called you in the morning and I said, bro, you did that? And baby, you gotta respond to it. I don't make this loud. You gotta respond to this. You're gonna either be pussy or you're gonna stand on it and say, I did backdoor that pussy ass thing. You thought we were cool? When I asked you in the morning, you know what you said? So the first thing I said, yo, bro, you know when a nigga came up to me, he said some 4PF shit. You know the first thing you said? Yo, act, chill, act, man, you on that police ass shit. You scared of this 4PF shit. Bet. Cool. I said, yo, nah, baby, like the nigga was. So he's like, act, what? You acting dumb. I said, bro.
We got to find out what's going on, man. DJ Akademiks, man, I don't know. He can't stay out of stuff, boy. Him and Lil Baby has had this feud going on for so long, dog. So long, man. Look, hold on. Let's see what DDG did.
And Lil Baby, you suck a dick too, nigga, because I really think you behind this shit, nigga. So I ain't gonna really get at your weed roller. I get at you, nigga. Facts. Because I asked you if you wanted to squabble, nigga, and I told you a location you ain't never showed up the first time. So if you send this nigga and try to be slick with me, you pussy. Straight up. So let me tell you.
DDG stupid. Yo. Now DJ Akademiks and Lil Baby has had beef for an extremely long time. And he even talked so much to say P used to pay him and tell him stop talking about Lil Baby because it's messing up his career. Now, allegedly at one of these events or whatever, Ty Lil possibly backdoored and let somebody in that wanted to hurt DJ Akademiks. And they said that he possibly might have slapped him or he did slap him. I don't know, man. I don't keep up with these guys, but listen. The fact remained that Akademiks is pissed off. He talking about squabbling with Lil Baby and all that, man. Let's see what. That ain't even the whole video. Hold on.
I'm telling you, I'm putting this foot on Baby's ass. I promise you. Yeah, even what I never did to me. Castanet called me the day after, be like, yo, Ack, you good? I said, I'm good. He said, I heard some shit happen. I said, yeah, I think your man's backdooring me, gang. He said, who my man's? I said, Ty Lil. I called Ty Lil 15 times that night.
Y'all, I woke up on this Monday morning and saw Akademiks was crashing out. He claims Lil Baby backdoored him. He said Castanet's friend Talio helped.
I used to say, if I hear...
Hold on. know they ain't doing me like that. Hold on 1 second, dog. No, they ain't doing me like that. I'm on the wrong account.
I'm telling you, I'm putting. Next time, bro. Next time, brother. Come on, gang. Nigga, I showed up to every brand risk hoping he was there. You supposedly was with Ty Lil. I'm at every brand risk. You've never been there since. But okay, cool. You gotta respond to this. You're gonna either be pussy or you gonna stand on this app. I did backdoor that pussy ass thing. You told her it's cool. When I asked you in the morning, you know what you said? So the first thing I said, yo, bro, you know when a nigga came up to me, he said some 4 PF shit. You know the first thing you said? Yo, chill, act, man, you on that police ass shit. You scared of this 4 PF shit. Bet. Cool. I said, yo, nah.
Hold on, I'm having real trouble right now.
I'm telling you, I'm putting this foot on baby's ass. I promise you. Yeah, even what I never did to me. Kostanak called me the day after, be like, yo, Act, you good? I said, I'm good. He said, I heard some shit happen. I said, yeah, I think your man's back.
It froze up. Anyway, we're going to stop that, and we're going to have to redo this one because I don't know why that's happening right now. Screen, Let's see here. Ridiculous, dog. I don't know how that just happened. Okay, we back. See, I don't even come on live and do this live, bro. I always I never do this live. Let's see. White was blowing me. Real. I use the bathroom though. Hold on. Boom, boom, boom. 2000. All right. We're gonna stream for about an hour, 2 hours, pushing out this content, man. See if we can find DJ Akademiks crashing out again. Actually, it's everybody talking about DJ Akademiks. But yeah, let's just wrap it up. What is it?
To this. The leaks. So for every dollar y'all ever gave me in life, I will give it back to you because I do not respect. Down. On this shit with Wham. I talked to Baby not too long. I'm really not even thinking this Baby's name. I don't know who this guy.
I'm not watching no hour about Akademiks and Ty Lil getting pissed off. I'm not gonna do it. Let me find something shorter. Oh, buddy ain't wasting no time. He on it. All right, we'll use his.
What's popping, y'all? This is believe that Kai Cenat
It don't show the
stream. So I'm gonna
when the man's flight, yo, you know, like acting should be in the front seat. Like, you know, like act real quick, did it out. He leaned like a student, like, bro, I ain't trying to talk to him real quick. He like, said to him, I just moved, which one they had to
Oh, it's not. What is that? Oh, okay. Got you. I'm over here tripping, man. I ain't been streaming in a minute.
You try to chop it up with him like what's normal? Or you try to like tell him about like the shit?
Had to get on something else, dog. We need to talk about TikTok. Uh-oh. Yeah, TikTok, man, they tripping. I posted something the other day, man. I had no views for like the whole day. I was like, what is happening on TikTok, man? And then they was like that they was moving everything over or whatever to America, this, that. So the algorithm stopped for a minute. I said, listen, I ain't posting nothing right now, but it looked like it's back up. I'm getting some likes. Yeah, some reposts. Let's go. Some followers. Okay, it's back up. I don't know what was happening with it, but we back up. We back in there for right now. Appraisal for listing. I'm listening to 14 messages.
I think Sneeko played the song.
Yeah.
I think Tristan explicitly told me that Sneeko played the song.
If Sneeko played the song, Sneeko played the song. I don't think that any of them are deeply anti-Semitic genuinely. I think they're just kids. It gets a reaction. They think they're
all of this is that everybody it in the saying that he was banned from all these Miami nightclubs. So he has to hold on to any semblance of real friends that he can going forward.
You know I don't talk to them at a close level.
Yeah, see, I don't really go live. I usually chop my stuff all the way up. And I just got to, Gym was closed. I wanted to go to the gym today. Gym was closed. Oh, well.
See, argument and say, well, he shouldn't have had a weapon. And there's a flip side to that, right? Because it's always going to be this side and then it's going to be this side. Now, on one hand, you can say, because I remember when they were saying that we needed to reform gun laws just a little bit ago. And now they want to make sure that they advocate for the Second Amendment. And you have liberals who are sitting there saying that we need to restrict people from being able to carry guns. Now saying, but wait, he was licensed to carry and he should have had his, he had the right to be able to carry. And that's cool. I don't have any problem with that. But this is what I was taught in getting my CPL, my concealed pistols license. I don't know what they call it in y'all states, but this is what I was told. I was told that the minute that you are pulled over, you can literally be arrested if you don't let the officer that pulls you over know that you are carrying a pistol and you have a license to do so. It is one of the first things that you have to do when you get pulled over from any federal authority, law enforcement officer, or public safety officer. You have to identify and let them know that you have a CPL and that you are carrying and you have a weapon and it's loaded, and you have to let them know. Now, I don't know if everybody took the class, because I know there was some people that got the finesse and they got the license. They didn't take the class because they knew somebody that was able to get them their paperwork, right? All right. And it's a bunch of those here in the city.
It's a whole bunch of people that did that. And so they got their pistol, but they never took the class. They never did what they were supposed to do, and they never passed, right? But that's one of the things that they taught us, is that we have to identify and let them know. Did that play a role in what was happening here?
Wow, I wonder who that is. Not Slick Ron. Yep, you on stream, dog. You gonna run? Don't run now. Don't run now. Oh yeah, I like this. This is where it's at. This is where it's at. I do my own thing. Yeah, I don't know where Anton went, but yeah. Let's talk about ICE. ICE shooting. Let's see. They talking about, is it justified?
All right, we have what appears to be another justified shooting by ICE.
You know what? Let's change that to, is ICE justified? Is ICE justified? Let's see. Let's update this thing. Let's find out. Is ICE justified? All right, let's get into this thing. Go back to the main cam. And where's our video at? Bring it in. Let's get it going. We got to talk about ICE, man. ICE, baby. Yeah. Is ICE justified? Now, a lot of people been talking about it in the news. Yes, we seen, I think, was it Renee Good or something like that? That's a whole nother thing we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the new one, though. They said somebody had a gun. They disarmed him. They shot him. They say it's justified. Some say it's not. I would like to know, because I'm very uneducated on this incident right here. But let's go over this together and let's try to come to a conclusion and see what's happening.
All right, we have what appears to be another justified shooting by ICE, or this time Border Patrol agents in Minnesota. This time it was this guy, Alex Preddy. He is the one that decided to bring a gun with him and continue to engage with ICE officers or with Border Patrol agents during this observing that he says he was doing. Now, regardless of, this guy is there to obstruct. That's his purpose. That's his reason. Now, he's armed. Obviously, he has a weapon on him. Here are the videos that I believe show why I believe this is a justified shooting, and you've seen all of them, I'm sure, but if you the slow motion video here, there's multiple things that we can see. In the video, we see this guy grabbing something with his left hand. He looks like he's reaching into his waistband. He clearly looks like he's reaching with his left hand into his waistband. There is something in his right hand. I don't know what that is. It's not clear enough to see. We also have the man in gray, the law enforcement guy in gray, appears to pull a gun from Alex Preddy while he's on the ground. He pulls a gun out of his, apparently from behind him, like where his behind is. He pulls this gun. He doesn't have the gun when he reaches in. He has the gun when he comes out. While this is all happening, you hear clearly in the video somebody yelling, "Gun, gun, gun." Now, is that in reference to the gun that the guy pulled out? Do they see another gun? So I don't know. Now, in this moment, everything happens in 2 seconds. Now, we can clearly look back and analyze all this. We have the liberty and the privilege of slow motion replay and second guessing. These guys, these fathers.
Well, I will say, if you bring a gun to a protest, I know it is to protect yourself, but then you got to ask yourself, like, are you planning on using it? Like, you're here to protest ICE, but you brought a gun to it? Like, and if you found one gun off somebody that came to a protest who, might be, this already don't like you and all that, the odds that they might have some other type of way to hurt you. So, okay, I get their side. But if you took the gun from the man and then they say somebody yells gun, well, obviously we've removed the gun from the person. And it's for y'all. So, I mean, can y'all not just get on two arms, one on the left, one on the right, knee in the back, hands behind the back? That seems like that would be the most reasonable way to subdue somebody. But you know, I like I said, I'm trying to figure out both sides. They saying it's justified. I want to find out.
Brothers and sons have just split seconds to react. Okay, so all of this happens at the same time. Guy pulls the gun out of his waistband. The suspect reaches with his left hand, has something in his right hand, and someone's yelling, gun, gun, gun. Okay? They have no idea if this guy has a second pistol on him. Even if they didn't see the guy pull the gun out, they don't know if he's got another gun. There's too many things happening at one time here. I believe that it's completely justified for them to shoot this guy. Now, it's sad. You don't want to see this happen to anybody. And again, you should not be putting yourself in a situation where you are armed and you are engaging with law enforcement officers. That is 10 times out of 10 going to end up.
And let me say this, for anybody that's out there in the street, black, white, whatever, American, listen, if you ever have a gun on you and you are wrestling with the police officers, how many of those people are making it out of that alive? If you have a firearm and you are fighting and wrestling with the police, tell me this, how many black people is surviving that interaction? That little scuffle, how much black people is surviving that? Got a gun wrestling with the police? I'm going to say none. So you know what the police going to say?
Lock them up.
Oh, man.
Lock them up.
And that's if you don't
in a deadly situation for you. Okay, so this guy had an opportunity to back right away. As soon as he sees ICE officers begin to engage and step forward, you back away, hands up, I'm out of here, I'm apologized, that's it. Because you know you have a gun on you, and this could be deadly. That's not what this guy chose to do. This guy chose to engage, and it ended up deadly for him.
What I'm saying is, we already know ICE is tripping, right? We already know they pulling people out of schools, they doing this, they doing that. Like, if you already know they on demon time, I'm not going out there playing with the devil. You see what I'm saying? I'm not out here as an American putting my life on the line for illegal immigrants. You know what I mean? Even though, right or wrong, if you got kids and you got stuff to lose, I'm saying you showing up to a protest with a gun and getting in a fight with an officer, with ICE, the niggas is already acting up. It don't seem the best way to try to fight these guys. They got more authority over you, you know? And I don't know, man. I'm just like, I don't think that's I don't think it's the smartest position to put yourself in. Not saying ICE is right. No, not saying ICE is right. But thing is, are they gonna get in trouble? I'm not about to be out here fighting these dudes with a gun and not knowing that they gonna be able to use it against me and get off. Like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm sorry.
Again, all of these things seem to happen at one time. The guy has a gun pulled out from his back. He's reaching with his left hand into his waistband. He's got something in his right hand. Someone yells, gun, gun, gun. All of those things happening simultaneously ends up in this guy being eliminated. Again, it's sad to see this happen. Why it's happening is because Tampon Tim Waltz, Jacob Frey, the phony Somali wannabe, have refused to de-escalate this situation. They can end it in a moment if they just stand up there and say, yes, we disagree with ICE. We don't like Trump. We don't want him to be here. But please do not interfere with ICE operations. Do not obstruct them from doing their job. Do not engage with them in a violent way. If they would just do that and tell their people to stop doing that, this could be over. Maybe they won't listen, but it has a much better chance of being de-escalated rather than when you're standing up on the podium calling them the Gestapo and Nazis and lying to people about them kidnapping innocent children. That is the reason why we're where we're at right now. And never forget who Alex Petty and Renee Good died trying to protect. Here are just some of the thousands of child rapists, murderers, violent criminals that have been pulled off the street.
Now, I will say, although they do have people here who they are showing who came in illegally, right? They came in illegally, and they do have some criminal records, child rapists. I know a couple of them might have murdered some Americans and all that. I get all that, but the majority of the people that they are deporting aren't bad people. They are just here looking for a better opportunity. Now, and I respect that. But I kind of had this analogy. I'm like, well, I kind of had this analogy. Like, think of this. If you've been paying rent, right? Let's say you're paying rent mortgage in your house for, 5 years or whatever. And then you realize like, oh, somebody's been living in the roof this whole time, using your air, this, that, using your water, using like they not been here. And you just look at them, you find them out and you say, I want you out of my house. You know what I mean? Because you're not supposed to be here. And you're looked at as the bad guy for kicking them out. Now, I'm thinking immigrant is not the bad thing. Immigration is not that's a great thing. People want to come to America. Ultimately, they become Americans. They become family. They become part of us. But if you are illegally here, just as if I went to Russia and was illegally there, or China and illegally there, or Africa illegally there, Korea illegal, Australia illegally there. Listen, I can't. They're going to catch me and they're going to kick me out. They're going to do the same thing. And it's funny because with Trump ain't even, I don't even think he's doing a good job with this immigration stuff. I don't even think he's doing a good job. But from the facts and what I've been watching, they said Barack Obama did the same thing in 2008 and he deported more. And they've been showing like these, they've been showing these interviews of like statements and quotes and all that. They be like, who you think said this? And everybody's like, Trump said it. Trump's administration. It was Obama. And they're shocked. They like, well, I just thought that this was something Trump did. And I was like, that's very telling to me. That's why I say I don't think how they tell me to think. If something's on the news and they telling me to be outraged and I stop doing all that because I got to look at the big picture, you know. But look at these. Listen, I got kids, family, stuff to live for. Listen, I'm not dying going out there trying to melt the ice, so to speak. No, not gonna happen. Not gonna happen.
It's because of ICE. Never forget.
Y'all gonna protest? Do it peacefully, please. You know, I don't think y'all wrong. Y'all, that's the thing about America. You can stand up for what you want to, and you can be against what you want to. But listen, if you out there being violent and you out there antagonizing with a gun, you better believe something bad might happen. And you just gotta be able to live with it or die for it.
These are the people that the left protesters are willing to give their life for. Child sex offenders, child traffickers, murderers, rapists. Those are the people that they are trying to stop ICE from arresting. Don't ever get that confused. That is exactly who they're protecting. And now we have this other sad situation that has occurred. Did the guy have a gun on him? Yes. Was he attacking ICE officers? Yes. Did he deserve to die? No. But when you put yourself into that situation, there's a good chance it's going to happen. You cannot fault the officers there who are already in a highly tense situation because the Democrats have put a bullseye on their back. Now, you don't want to see anybody get killed like this. You have the right to protest. Show up and protest. They've been telling ICE to go F themselves for days. Fine, that's great. Go ahead. When you are told to disperse, when you're told to back up, when you're told to disengage, you don't listen. Now you are in a problem, especially if you have a weapon on you. You are in big time trouble, and that's what.
And that's the sad problem, man. It's just ICE got the right to say, hey, back up, get away, this, that, even if they in the wrong. You know what I mean? And it sucks because if we don't oblige to that, that says that we've crossed the line and they can do whatever they want to us. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not fair, but it's been not fair. The police have been doing this. Y'all talking about ICE. People been dealing with this from regular policemen. And, you know, hey, back up. This like, no, you what is it? You beating up my brother or something, like you are excessive force. Y'all are literally police brutality, and I'm trying to at least stop it. And if you go intervene with that, now you can go under arrest or you can get beat up too. You know what I mean? So, yo, this is a crazy world we living in right now. But these are the facts, and this is what we dealing with. So I urge everybody, man, to try to keep yourself out of these positions, man, because like I said, is ICE justified in that one? Is he really? Are they really justified, or can they just make it seem like they are justified?
Happened here. Now, people, of course, on the left, they have their panties in a bunch over this. They're calling this officer, agent, a murderer, and it's only going to get worse. They're only going to put more of a bullseye on these ICE agents, and they're only going to end up getting more citizens killed. We had an ICE agent who had his finger freaking bit off today by one of these maniacs that are out there. Okay? The American people voted for President Donald Trump to deport all these illegal aliens. That is what they are doing. You might not.
And you know what? People don't even get mad at the killing that happens in their neighborhood. They don't even protest the stuff that's in their own communities. They don't protest. They ain't protest when all these corporations came and said, hey, we're going to buy up all these single family households and then rent them out to you. You feel what I'm saying? That was a time to protest. No protest. Taxes, increasing taxes and property taxes. Protests? Nope. But they get y'all mad about this ICE stuff. They say ICE is did it. You got people all over talking about ICE. I'm like, man, that's why I realized this is just the latest thing that they want y'all to be mad about, to include yourself in. You know what I mean? And I love my neighbors. A lot of them are Mexican, Latino. I love them, man. Some of the best people to live around. You know, they work hard, they do all that, but you got to look at the facts. When you speak into, you know, when you go into some of these places and they don't know anything about English and they're contracted through one person who's here legally and they're getting contracted out, taking, you know, you got to think about that. Like, yo, that is money that's supposed to be to, if there's a black owned contractor right there and he got 10 people legally here working for him, and you got one Mexican dude that's here legally, and then he got 10 workers for him that's undocumented and all that stuff. Listen, you can love them to death, but at the end of the day, you know, that's supposed to be your job. That's a predominantly black county, black city, and they contract that stuff out to our Mexican brothers. So, I mean, it sucks, but it happens all the time down here in Atlanta.
Like it, but that is what we voted for them to do. Now, this is no different. ICE is not doing anything different here than when Barack Obama was in charge. The only part that's different is that the left are not calling them Gestapo. The media are not calling them Nazis. Okay? That is the difference that you see between Barack Obama when he had Tom Homan in charge, and he was giving Tom Homan all the praise and glory, and he was applauding ICE and saying we had to get all these people out of here. You didn't see all of this resistance because the media played along with it. They supported it. The Democrats played along with it. They supported it. Now it's because it's Trump doing it. They have turned all of these people, and let's not forget, you have paid agitators, out-of-state agitators that are all convening here in Minnesota because it's the opportunity right now. And the Democrats love the optics. They want to see chaos in the streets to say this is Trump's America. Look at what Trump is doing, because they have nothing else. They have nothing to offer. They have no plan for America. They just had the helm for 4 years. We saw what a disaster it was. It was so bad that's why Trump won by such a landslide, because they are a disaster. They are a disaster. Their policies are a disaster, and they have there to get in the way. He had an order illegal, said yesterday. You got Jasmine Crockett and AOC and Tim Walz tampon out there, all calling ICE agents kidnappers. They're kidnappers.
Now, see, this is the one that I seen to kind of like, you know, ruffle my feathers a little bit. Seeing this little kid, I don't know if he's handcuffed or tame, but I was mad at the dad. Now, ICE chasing the dad down, I get it. But from what I was told, they were saying, we will do. When you see that, they said, if you self-deport, you will get paid $2,600. I don't know who's offering you that. You hear illegally, hey, we'll pay you to go back to where you came from and come in the right way. We'll pay you to do that. That's reasonable, right? But then they try to catch the dad, and the dad leaves this little kid. Now, if you have a warrant for your arrest in America right now as a black man, if you got a warrant, a white man, anybody, any American that's here legally, if you got a warrant for your arrest, and the cops pull you over, say, we towing this vehicle. Even if you're driving without insurance, we towing this vehicle. We doing, like, you go to jail for driving without insurance and driving with no license, revoke. You going to jail, and you got kids in your car right now, American citizen. If you get out of that car and run, you're still gonna go to jail when you get caught. But they can also take your kid. That's child endangerment. They gonna take your kids. We got child protective services that'll take kids right now. That's what I'm saying. It's an outrage, and it's like selective outrage. We need to be mad at all of it. You know what I mean? But I'm like, what you supposed to do? If the dad leave the son, I'm mad at the dad for leaving the son. You don't leave your son thinking you're going to get away. They're just going to catch you later. That's it. That's the way I see it. Even though that taking a child might be wrong or whatever, but that's the problem when we have when things ain't in place. Like, where's this kid's family at? Could they not have contacted him? Hopefully he can speak some English or whatever. You know what I mean? It's a sad situation, man, but don't be selective with your outrage. You mad about ICE? Shit, be mad at the police too. Shit, be mad about all of it. Don't just, man, it's a lot more problems than ICE. ICE is just what they want us to focus on right now. This keeps us, whatever keeps us going at each other's head, that's what they'll promote. They'll do whatever they can to keep us fighting. You know, they'll say whatever they can to keep us fighting. So, I definitely, I don't consider myself for ICE, not at all. But I understand that this is nothing new. I understand this has been happening for every only time it was reversed is when Biden, and really a lot of this is Biden's fault. I watched videos like 2 years ago, 3 years ago of border agents patrolling stuff, directing immigrants into the United States illegally, showing them where to go, giving them buses, telling them download this app, go to these cities. How you letting illegal people over here and allowing them to vote? That's crazy to me. That should never be allowed. That should send you to jail right there. That should send you to jail right there, man. But This ICE stuff, man. I don't know. Y'all let me know. Is ICE justified in this, or they not? Or am I? Do y'all think I'm not making enough sense? Does that ruffle y'all's feathers by the things I've said? Because I think I'm pretty spot on. And this, I might even come on Facebook, because I know it's some people who feel some type of way about this ICE stuff. But I'm like, I think there's a disconnect when it comes to ICE. I really think, yo, we need to have a conversation without getting emotional and just get some understanding, because I think there's gonna be a lot of progress and conversation and understanding, and instead of being emotional and just, oh, we supposed to be mad at this person or for that. Like, listen, we should be mad at the police shooting Americans every day. Y'all ain't doing like, you know what I mean? Y'all mad at ICE for, yeah, I'm like, listen, it's a lot of stuff to be mad at, but this ICE right now, I know for a fact, is just to get some more confusion, some more people fighting it. Like, I'll be looking on Facebook, seeing people fight over this. Oh, if you support ICE, you're a racist. If you did it, bro, I'll be like, man, if y'all don't just stop posting about it. That's how they get mad. And if you really want to get active, a Facebook post ain't gonna do nothing. Take your ass to Minnesota and get in the streets with them then. That's the only way you're gonna really make some change. Y'all over here arguing with your friends and your family on Facebook, making statuses, posting, pissing your high school people off. This, oh, ICE, if you did, and somebody come and say, oh, well, they're doing their job now, boom, oh, I'm unfriending you. Like, it's just a waste of time, isn't it? It's just a way to keep us going at each other's head when we need to be coming together and finding a solution and not just going against each other's neck all the time because of what somebody said. It's just absolutely, it's a show. But yeah, y'all let me know, is ICE justified or not? Ruffled Feathers TV, Ronnie Beatty Jr. here, and I'm out. I can't lie to you, I'm so sick of it. It's like every time, man, it's just more division. It's always something to divide us. No matter what, we can't stay together for nothing, man. Just when you think everything's sweet, all right, now this is ICE thing. I'm like, this has been around forever, long as I can remember, people getting illegal immigrants out of the thing. But I'm like, yes, they draw the line and killing me too. Shit, you can't be out here shooting people, man, snatching kids. Yeah, you can't be, So I get the frustration. I'm just saying, y'all need to get some understanding before y'all just start insulting each other and going to war with, your own people in your own city. When really, if you want to get out here and do something, y'all need to get to, Y'all need to get out there to Minnesota and get on it. That's the best thing I can tell you. Yeah, but ain't nobody give a fuck about ICE, man. Them niggas. What is that? Black conservative women versus black liberal women. Oh my God, this look like this would be. Sheesh.
Shared culture doesn't always mean shared beliefs. On this episode of The Bridge, Black conservative women and Black liberal women come together to discuss values, politics, and how their perspectives were shaped. Welcome to The Bridge.
Oh, this is interesting.
Back and forth division and kind of tearing people down, and it's more of like the people in power don't want us to listen to each other. So that goes for Republicans and Democrats. So I think that both parties need to listen to their people more. So I do think that instead of having a hive mind and saying like, kind of like being in these like, it almost kind of feels like the Bloods and the Crips. Like it's very intense, right? Like instead of that, I think that we should vote issue by issue, and like maybe that doesn't mean that we're in the Democratic Party. Maybe that means that we form an independent party. Maybe it's, I just don't think that any person should say, I'm part of this gang or this gang or this club or this club. Like, I think we should use our critical thinking skills to choose which party, or to vote on which candidate is going to best advocate for our people.
I mean, I just think it like fundamentally destroys the concept of politics if any political party is entitled to a group of people's votes. The point is that the candidates have to earn what it is that are vote from us, and I don't think that anyone, any political party should expect any group of people to always vote for them. And I mean, if we look, Black people still have a lot of issues in this country, and we've been voting Democrat faithfully. So I don't really see, like what's the point of that party loyalty. But I also just think that there's an issue with the two-party system altogether, and everyone would benefit from not having so much party loyalty, and us fundamentally not having a two-party system anymore across the board.
I think for me, the reason I would love to see the Black community
remove itself from the Democrat Party is because I personally, I really think that the Democrat Party intentionally harms the Black community. I really feel like a lot of the policies that they've put in play have down the line been a negative overall for the Black community than a positive. And I actually do think that if you look at Black history, we align more with conservative values overall, the Black church especially aligns with conservative values. So I do think, I hear what you're saying that, we shouldn't be loyal to any party, but I think if most Black people were to look at each party ideologically, they would skew more conservative.
But you're talking about the Black church, which is not Black people.
No.
So
I'm talking about the Black community, and I'm just specifying that the Black church is part of a more conservative group within the Black community, but I do think that Black people in general have more conservative values.
But it goes back to that point of we're fundamentally, once again, getting rid of the point of politics, which is no one should be entitled. So even if you're thinking that Black people generally align more with conservatives, that's still saying that conservatives then, it should just that the loyalty to one party should shift to conservatives, which I don't think there should be an entitlement at all.
And I think we need to remember why so many people, I'm from Birmingham, Alabama. And so the reason why my family never votes Republican is they remember why the map flipped, right? Mm-hmm. The map flipped because they didn't want, they're like, oh my gosh, they're gonna give rights to Black people. And so then all of those.
That was the Democrat Party.
I know, like if you think about, I went to the University of Alabama.
Me too, Roll Tide.
Roll Tide, right? But they weren't letting Black people into, the
Southern Democrats.
The Southern Democrats at the time,
Democrats, which are now Republicans.
Who are now Republicans. They were not letting, they supported not letting African Americans, Black people, go into the University of Alabama, right? So my grandma remembers when all that was happening. My dad went to the University of Alabama right afterwards, and he said that he felt like a germ. He feels all of that racism.
I felt like it there then.
Yeah, and so that's why so many people, Black people, don't, especially in the South, don't vote Republican, even though my family, even I probably am more moderate, but at the end of the day, my family, they're conservative. I'm Catholic, right? But focusing on the social justice issue, that's the reason why when I hold my nose and I vote for the party that I vote for, because at the end of the day, when I look at the policies and I think of who's taking care of people, who's taking care of queer people, Black people, the poor, really mostly the poor, especially as a Christian.
But not to cut you off, sorry, but that's a problem for me because Black and poor is not synonymous.
I'm not
right?
saying
Black
that.
And
I'm
queer
saying
is not
that
synonymous.
I said the people who need help. Right? And I'm not saying, I'm saying personally the reason why I vote Democrat is because I focus on the teachings of Jesus, and I was raised by my mother who has been Catholic her whole life, and my grandmother who's been Catholic their whole life, and the reason why we're Catholic is because nuns from the North came to the South and made a mission school because they weren't educating Black children, right? They made a hospital. My mom would have been born who knows where, but it was for, by the goodness of God, because of the passions of the Catholic faith, that there was a hospital for them to go to. And all of that wouldn't be possible if or kind of going back, the reason why our family, there's a lot of racial trauma that is associated with the Republican Party because the Southern Democrats that are now all Republicans, they saw them
Can we
switch.
put a pin in that? I first of all, I want to say I agree with a lot of what you guys are saying. Nobody owns our vote. That's a very slave-like mentality to think that we must vote a certain way because we are a certain kind of people. I think it's fascinating that you say that the Southern Democrats are all Republican because most of the Southern Democrats, all of them who voted against the Civil Rights Act, how many of them actually flipped to Democrat? We referenced Strom Thurmond. We can go back to history, but talking about
Joe Biden. I mean, there's a good amount of them that
switched. But over time, not many of them died Democrats, right?
So just look at the map.
Can I also ask specifically just a question for you as a Catholic girl to Catholic? I think we're the only Catholics here. What for you, what has the Democrat Party, especially now today, where they stand with abortion for any reason through all 9 months, abortion on demand for any reason, and the Democrat Party is just notorious for giving Black people false promises. Well, if you vote for us, we're going to give you this, and we're not seeing it. I think that the Black community we're not only divided between colors, people that are different colors of us, but we're also divided between each other, right? I, as a Black conservative, somebody who puts themselves out there online, I receive way more racism from fellow Black women and men than I do from white people. And it's always, oh, well, it's the white people who are messing everything up for us. They're the ones that are the racists. But as soon as I come along and I'm just a little bit different than I guess your average Black woman, because they put us in a box, we all don't like that. We all agree that that's not okay. They see me and they're like, well, she's Uncle Tom and she doesn't belong in our group. And, we don't. Yeah, exactly. And so with that, what has the Democrat Party today truly done for you? I'm curious.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't want to step on the question, but I would ask the same question of the Republican Party. To me, in this climate, now that we're a full year in, I don't understand how you can stand behind that man under any circumstances.
I think it's important that we don't focus on one person. And I think
So don't focus on the president?
No,
of the United States of America?
That's not what we're talking about. The party as a whole right now. If you are Black and queer, you're also part of the Black community. And if you're mistreating someone in the queer community that is also Black, then they have to, like, the Democratic Party takes more care of queer people than the Republican Party.
But for Black people, what is the Democrat Party? They gave us our first Black president.
Correct.
Mixed president.
No,
what do you mean mixed? So she's not Black?
I'm just.
What do you mean?
Being
What are you talking
definitionally
about?
true. So the Democrat Party. So because Obama decided to run, and he actually was way different type of Democrat, I would say, than what we have today.
Well, I would say that the Conservative Party is rooted in more like morality, goodness for Black people. It tells you to work hard. It tells you that you're not a victim. It tells you that you can do things rather than telling you that you're a perpetual victim and that you need some system to control your life and to make a difference in your life. And it's just not true. If you just look at the Black community, the Democratic Party has ruined the Black community. It has literally neutralized the Black community to the point where your vote is not even going to matter as much because of all the mass migration that these illegal immigrants that benefit off of things that should be going to the Black community. They should be helping actual Americans rather than helping people that are not citizens of this country, people who broke the law to come into this country, and you guys support it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm also kind of taking a backseat, I guess, in this part, just because I fundamentally just don't like the two-party system. And it developed at a time when Black people were like a labor force as slaves. So I just don't think that's something that evolved then can at all be
We can bring it back to the question of.
Well, no, I'll get to your point, but I don't think that this can be like fundamentally useful because we're talking about something that's evil. So I just don't I don't know. We're like fighting to make a broken system work for us. And
which is a fair point.
But this is
But
where
yeah,
we're
go,
at.
go,
So
go.
we kind of have to work with what we
do
have
have to work
right
with
now.
what we have. Intention and results both need to be taken into consideration. And I think that one thing I felt from the other side is that there is a bit of not wanting to think about intention as much. And I do think that intention is where policy is going to come out of. So I do think it's important that we have that an emphasis on that conversation, which is what makes your side not make as much sense to me because the intentions don't feel pure. So if that.
All right, I ain't even paying attention, dog. Hide stream, hide the stream. Oh, texting my manager now. And my daughter upstairs yelling.
Shots and getting rebounds even after the game is over. As we say hello, welcome to Hornets Live, presented by Carolina Ford Dealers. I caught up with Miles Bridges just a few minutes ago. Here it is. Who said an earlier start might affect these guys? Oh my goodness, pure joy right there from LaMelo Ball and Musa Diabate. They don't even want the game to be over. They're continuing. Oh, still playing. Yeah, he's still blocking shots.
What Kanye? Look, let me see what Candace said. All we have are our dreams, and you can step on our dreams and ideas all you want, but we won't stop fighting. Just in case anyone was wondering, yes, an air mattress works just fine as a substitute for a sled. I wonder if she's gonna do a show today. Boy, that's gonna be an interesting show. Just on here chilling out. Go ahead and cut these up. Did my two. I ain't really got nothing to talk about right now. So I'm gonna chop these up, make sure I can upload these on YouTube, get these out. And maybe I'll be back. Let's